Hey friends, welcome back to Homestead on a Prayer. In case you're new here, my name's Jennifer, and about once a month I go pick up a grocery order from a company called Azure Standard. It's primarily bulk goods, primarily organic and healthy food, and I just like to show you guys every month what I get. So this is my Azure haul for the month of January. So I'm just going to go through everything that I got. I'm going to show you everything, and we'll talk a little bit about our plans for each of these things. So let's start over here with one of my favorites. This is the Rumiano's organic grass-fed butter. I get the unsalted version because I primarily like to use this for baking and cooking with. And if you get the unsalted butter, you can control the amount of salt that you add rather than having it be controlled for you. So because of that, I get the unsalted butter. I really like this butter. It's organic, grass-fed. And by buying it in the 10 block package, I save a lot of money compared to buying it individually, which is why I buy 10 blocks at once. I usually freeze about 7 or 8 of these right when I get them home, put the others in the fridge, and then I'll pull them out as I need them. That keeps them fresh for several months. Now the next thing I got, this is completely new to me. I'm trying this for the first time. This is automatic dishwasher powder. Now I have seen Azure has kind of been advertising some of their cleaning products, and it's kind of funny to say, but they're cleaning products that are supposed to be free of toxic chemicals and a lot healthier for you. So I have decided to try their dishwasher powder. Now, we haven't in the past had the greatest results with trying to use non-toxic dishwasher powder. It never seems to get the dishes completely clean, but this dishwasher powder had great reviews. I can't speak to its effectiveness myself yet because we just got this for the very first time. So I bought the small package because I want to try it and make sure that we like it before investing in more. It's a little bit pricey, but I think that if it cleans our dishes really well and it is non-toxic, I think that it will be worth it. So I'm going to let you know once I've used that for a little bit. You'll see if I like it, I'll be getting it again in a future Azure order, and you'll see it again. And at that time, I'll talk a little bit about how I liked it. Now the next product I got here is a restock for me. I got some more of this pasta. This is durum semolina pasta. It's 100% organic. My family really prefers the taste of white pasta over whole wheat pasta, and it's a little bit challenging in my area to find white pasta that is organic. I mean, we can find it, but it only comes in a couple shapes, and I really like these corkscrew shapes because I find that they hold on to the pasta sauce really well. And in my area, I can't find white organic pasta in the corkscrew shape. So I've been ordering this through Azure. We've been really happy with it. It definitely has a good flavor. It has a good texture. I've been pleased with it. So we were about almost out of that, so it was time to restock. So I got this box here, which has, I think, 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I got this box that has 12 boxes of pasta in it, so this should last us for a little bit. Now back here, you can see that I'm also restocking on my favorite flour. This is organic white flour. I think it's considered an all-purpose flour, but it works great for bread baking too. So I use this a lot. I buy it in the 50-pound bags. I actually think through Azure, I think that's the only size they carry of this particular brand. But this is the central milling flour. I've been ordering this for a while. I've been really happy with it. So I buy it in these 50-pound bags, and then I get 5-gallon food-grade buckets. So this bag will almost fill about 2 of the 5-gallon buckets. So I just keep a rotation going of flour buckets, and as I use them up, I buy a new bag and refill it. We always label them with the date to make sure that we use the oldest flour first. That way we don't have to worry about anything going bad. Now one thing I've really been liking through Azure lately is their spices and seasonings. So as I use up my other seasonings, I've been gradually switching over to try new Azure seasonings. So here I got a pack of ground cumin. So this is a pound of ground cumin. This should last me quite a while. I find that when you compare unit price, the price per ounce or per pound or whatever unit you're using, the seasonings for Azure are a really good deal overall. So I've been gradually switching over to them. As I said, once I use up my little smaller jars, I've been switching over to them. So I got this organic ground cumin. Another seasoning that I'm trying this month is this organic mustard seed powder. So I don't go through this really fast, but I do use it. I like to use this when I make homemade mac and cheese. A little bit of mustard powder in the mac and cheese really gives it kind of a deeper flavor. I really like it. It's also really good in certain salad dressing recipes and just a few spice blends that I make. So because of that, I bought a pound of this. This will last me quite a while. So considering how long it will last me, this is definitely a good deal. Now, if you've seen any of my previous Azure hauls, you know that I buy these Stacy's organic tortillas really regularly. I really like them. They have really clean ingredients. They taste great. They come frozen just to make sure that they stay fresh. So I buy them in the pack of 3 bags of tortillas. So there's 10 tortillas per bag. I buy 3 bags, so I end up with 30 tortillas. This month, I actually bought 2 of the 3 packs, so I have 6 packages of tortillas. That's because we have a really exciting project. I'm planning to make some breakfast burritos and freeze them, and then we can just kind of pull them out whenever we want, like a really easy breakfast or lunch. So because of that, I bought extra tortillas this month. Now, I was thinking of making a video and taking you guys along with me when I make those burritos. If that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and leave that in the comments below and let me know that you want to see that video, and I'll make sure to record it when I do that. Now, the next thing that I got is this roughly 5-pound block of Rumiano's sharp cheddar cheese. This is about 5 1/3 pounds. This is the second time that I've bought this big block of cheddar cheese. I was really happy with it last time, and I've also tried since then the Monterey Jack and the mozzarella. I've been really happy with all of them. So what I've been doing with these really big blocks of cheese is getting up my food processor. I've been shredding up the entire block of cheese, and then I've been packaging it individually into smaller Ziploc freezer bags so that I can freeze the majority of this and then just pull it out as I need it. Rather than just grating it as I need it and having half of this go moldy, I find that that is great for making sure that I get the most out of this cheese. It's also great for meal prep. It makes things a lot easier for me when I need shredded cheese. And I've been really happy with this. This is organic cheese, and I think for what it is, I think it's a great price. Now, I've bought these organic onions from Azure a few times now. I think this is the 3rd time I've purchased them, and I've been really happy with them. So we're just restocking our onions. This will probably last me a couple months. I just store them in my basement where it's a little bit cooler to make sure that I get the longest shelf life possible out of them. I like that they're organic onions. They're a decent price for being organic, and they just last really well for me. Now, you will notice that some of these onions are kind of on the large side. When I am using an onion and I don't really need all of it in a meal, I'll chop the entire onion anyway, and then I'll freeze whatever I don't need, half of it or whatever. And then whenever I need a little bit of chopped onion for something, it's great to just be able to pull it out of the freezer and not have to chop up a whole onion when I only need a little bit. So that's what I do when I get the onions that are a little on the large side, like a lot of these are. Now back here, you'll see I have 3 bags of these late July nacho cheese tortilla chips. This is made with organic yellow corn, and it's non-GMO. I have tried these before, and I do really like them. I haven't purchased them from Azure before, so as far as Azure goes, it's a new product to me, but I have tried them and liked them. They're slightly cheaper through Azure than they are through my local grocery store, so I decided to go ahead and purchase some through them. Now here you can see I have a 40-pound bag of fertilizer. This is a really big bag. This is the granular version of their fertilizer. This is Nutri-Rich brand. It's supposed to be, I've never personally used it before, but it's supposed to be a really high-quality organic fertilizer. I guess it comes from basically dried poultry waste. And if you have ever had chickens, you know that their waste is a great source of nutrients and can be really great for your garden. So I'm really excited to try this year. Now, in a previous haul, I did get 2 bags of the pelleted fertilizer, and I'm planning to use that in my vegetable garden. I decided to go ahead and get a bag of the granular fertilizer as well because I'm going to be making potting soil soon. It's going to be time to start plants soon. I know it feels like winter just started, but it is almost time for garden planting season. So I'm going to be making some potting soil soon, and in the potting soil I want to include some fertilizer, but I don't want it to be as slow release as the pellets would be. I want it to be more accessible to the plants, and so because of that I'm getting the granular version to use in my potting soil. Now, I will not be using this entire bag in the potting soil. So whatever's left, I will definitely make use of in my garden. Or the company did also recommend that this granular fertilizer, or this granular version of the fertilizer, is really good for lawns. So I'm going to see if my husband wants to use any of this extra for the lawn as well. So I'll keep you updated about how that goes. Now, I'm just going to move this out of the way because I have one more thing down here I want to show you. Now, down here you can see my big bulk purchase of potatoes. This month I got red potatoes. So a couple months ago, I don't remember, it was maybe October, I can't remember for sure which haul it was, I got 50 pounds of gold potatoes. We have gone through the majority of those. The ones that are left are starting to sprout and get eyes a little bit. So I'm going to make sure that I use those up really quickly. I'm probably going to can up or freeze up what's left. I'm actually planning to use some of those in the breakfast burritos that I talked about. So we'll be doing that soon. But in the meantime, I needed to replace my potato supply, and this time I decided to try the red potatoes. So I'm just going to open up this bag and we'll take a look at what's inside it. Now, when I bought the gold potatoes, they were individually packaged in 5-pound bags. So I'm going to see, I think this is the same, but we're going to open this up and find out. Yes, so you can see they're individual 5-pound bags, and there should be 10 of these in here, and they look really good. So buying organic potatoes through Azure, if I get the big 50-pound bag like this, per pound, it's about half the cost of organic potatoes at my local Walmart. So of course, you're getting a lot of potatoes at once, which is why you get the deal. But I was really happy with the gold potatoes I got. These potatoes feel nice and firm. They don't feel close to sprouting at all. So I'm hoping that these will be enough to make it through till spring. Additionally, I'm thinking, since these are organic potatoes, I'm thinking I might take a few of them and try to sprout them in the spring to use for growing potatoes in my garden. I actually did put aside a couple of the gold potatoes, and I'm going to be doing an experiment with those, growing those inside my house. So definitely check back if you want to see how that goes. I'm not really sure how it's going to go because, as I said, that's an experiment. So we'll see what happens. But we are going to use these potatoes in lots of delicious cooking this winter and hopefully grow a few of them in the spring. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and taking a look at my Azure haul. I always love picking up my Azure haul. It's always so exciting to bring in just a new haul of organic, healthy food to our house. Now, I am going to be posting in a couple weeks, I'm not sure exactly when, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to be posting another Azure video, which rather than being a haul is going to be my top 10 favorite Azure products. I'm working on that video now, so I'm going to get that out to you guys soon. So if you're interested in seeing that video, definitely make sure you go ahead and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I would definitely love to see you back again, just to share those top 10 products with you, and also to share my future Azure hauls with you. We're going to be doing lots of gardening content coming up really soon. I've already started posting some garden planning videos, and I'm going to be posting more and more of those as spring gets closer and closer. If you're new to Azure, if you've never ordered from them before, I am going to go ahead and leave my referral link in the video description. If you shop through my referral link, that does help support my channel, and it means a lot to me, so thank you so much if you choose to do that. If you have a friend whose referral link you want to use instead, go ahead and do that. But if you haven't shopped through Azure before, I definitely encourage you to give them a try. They have a lot of great products. I've been really happy with them, and there's just a lot of great organic products that are hard to get locally. So because of that, I've really enjoyed shopping through them. So that's it for today's haul. I hope it inspired you to maybe try out a few new products from Azure, or maybe to try them for the first time if you haven't ever tried them before. So I hope you guys are having a great day, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Bye guys, I'll see you next time.